Hey everyone, my name's Alyse. Welcome back to another video. Today we got my top 4 remote duel TCG Invitational deck profile from June. So yeah, I was able to qualify for the Invitational, as you guys know, and finally this time I was able to pull it up to top 4. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it past top 4 because of a very unfortunate break in my game 3. What can I do, right? Like, that just happens. It do be what it be, but yeah, so for the event, as if you watch the Invitational at all or just know what I've been talking about lately, I did play the Dragunity Dragon Link deck again. It just felt like it was gonna be the best choice. I don't know, I still don't get how people don't think Dragon still isn't the best deck, because like literally the only Dragon players in this event were me and Mike. And I genuinely think people were slipping up, not wanting to play the deck. I understand wanting to play new stuff, but you're playing in an Invitational. I feel like you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you don't try and play the best deck. Like, I know if you're comfortable with something, that's what you should go with, but the fact that there was only 2 Dragon Link is kind of crazy. If you ask me, at least. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But, you know, the 2 Dragon Link players made it into Top Cut, so hopefully that will prove, you know, we still got the Dragon Link in the format, and you still should either play it or worry about it or whatever. So, yeah. I guess before we get into the deck list, got a couple shout-outs. So shout-out, of course, to Justin Singh, obviously. He made the list, as always. Duh. Yeah, he's the GOAT. I would not be playing this game without him. I really appreciate him so much. So yeah, huge shout out to Justin Singh. This wouldn't not have been possible without him. And then as another shout out, including Justin, shout out to Ophidian Accessories. Use code Elysium, or not Elysium, forgot my own code for a second. Use code Ophidian5 for 5% off your entire purchase there. Yeah, and Justin's on the team too, so you know, Team Ophidian, let's go, baby. And then shout out to TGG Gaming, my locals back in Minnesota. If you live there, you should check them out. They also do have their own website where they do have some products. Use code Elysium10 for 10% off. They're really awesome. And make sure you check out my Twitter, my Twitch if you haven't already. The Twitch is awesome. We're currently recording this deck profile live, so yeah, streaming is a lot of fun, so I'd appreciate if you check out the stream. Check out my Discord server. I have a PO box if you want to send me stuff. There's a ton of other stuff down in the description. Go check it out. But yeah, I think we can just get right into it. So it's gonna be really similar to my deck list from the qualifiers, but you know, it was already like really good to begin with. So we didn't want to mess it up too much, and it was more adjusting for hand traps and whatnot to the current format, with expecting more Tri-Brigade to be present and potentially fearing Drytron or not, and what we're just expecting people to play. It probably could have been a little... I think the main deck was perfect, and I think the only thing that really could have changed would have been the side deck hand trap lineup, so... But I don't know. Otherwise, I genuinely think that this is the best deck for the event. It just, you know, it happens. But anyways... let's get into it. We got 2 Tracer, 1 Recharger, 1 Rocket Synchron, 1 Router, and 1 Nocto for like the rockets. Yeah, all these cards are good. There were some moments like last time where I wanted 3 Tracer just because you want to guarantee seeing it, but I didn't have any trouble seeing it this time because I'm apparently just good at Yu-Gi-Oh! But like, I was drawing Recharger a lot this weekend, but you know, we made it work. We survived still. It was unlucky. I did not overside game 3. I did not side out any engine cards. I literally only sided out hand traps for other cards, so I did not overside. Anyways, we got the 3 Remus, the 1 Phalanx, and the 1 Legatus. Yeah, these cards are insane. Just Phalanx with the DMZ literally brings your board into a whole different level that is genuinely really insane. And Remus is obviously like insane. You know, if I summoned this card in game 2 of the top 4, I probably would have won, but it happens. We overthink things sometimes. But yeah, these cards are insane. Also, like, Farfo is questioning if like this card is even good or not, but then like, need to read DMZ Dragon. That card's insane, and so is this card. These cards, yeah, are just nuts. Make any of this possible. So yeah, and then play 3 safer, the 1 black and the 1 white. You want to play 3 safer in the deck because it guarantees you a way in order to start your combos, and you know, if you start your combos, you probably have a good chance of winning. So playing the 3 safer is definitely necessary because it's your best normal summon typically if you have like no other insane playmakers. So, and it also helps you get into Tracer and whatnot if you already have white or black or if Chaos Space, whatever. So like, you kind of need to play it. Card's insane. And for the other random dragons, play DMZ. Literally drew this all the time in my features. I don't understand why I kept drawing this card. Like, Jesus, I don't need to see this that much. Like, I can LP it. I mean, like, I made it work, but it wasn't fun. But then we got Dragon Buster, literally the reason why we played the deck. Just a blowout. Card's insane. Then we got Red MD, Brotar and Levy. These don't come up as much, but you have to still play them. Red MD is actually like better than these, just because like it can still help you get to your end board really easily. So yeah, these cards are nice. And then for the rest of the monsters, which are just hand traps, we got 2 Lancia, 2 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Gamma, and the Driver. So the only difference from my qualifier list from my main deck is that we made Lancia instead of Nibiru. This is more as a meta call to what we expected for this format. Main deck Lancia definitely came up a lot. The only thing is we're debating if this should be something else going into the event, because Justin was actually thinking there's gonna be more Prank Kids, and I thought there's no way. There has to be more Tri-Brigade Zoo than there will be Prank Kids. It didn't make sense to me to not have, like, more Tri-Brigade than Prank Kids, but then look at what happened now. But it ended up working out. Yeah, I think this card was still, like, 100% correct to main. Then you have to play Gamma because you have so many other ways to, like, bait out Droll and hand traps before you normal summon, or just summon a monster, so this card is definitely necessary. So yeah, and I think Droll's still insane. No questioning it. But then for spells, we got 3 Chaos Space, 3 Quick Launch, and 3 Guard Dragon. These are some of the most insane cards in the deck. You have to play them. Duh. And then we got the 2 Ravine, 1 Divine Lance, and 1 Boot Sector. Yeah. You absolutely need these cards. These cards do so much. Yeah, these cards are nice. Divine Lance actually didn't brick me as much as you'd expect it to. Like, I drew it a couple times, but that just meant I could search Ravine instead, and Ravine could get me access to other resources, potentially. So, drawing this card isn't the end of the world. Drawing Phalanx is what really sucks, so, yeah. But anyways, going into the extra deck, we got the 3 Striker Dragon, absolutely necessary. We tried to play 2 before, but didn't work out. Then we got LP and Pisty. Everyone thinks this card should be banned. If you really want to kill Dragon, ban this card probably, but I don't know. And then we got the Romulus, the Hulk, and Protector, and Seal. So usually if you're able to like end on your full combo board, you don't end on Seal, so it's kind of the least important monster in your extra deck in a way, but as we saw from my feature match, if you did watch my feature match, it kind of was needed. Like, you need this for when you get stopped or when you can't make optimal boards, so it's definitely fine. It's just not, like, necessary. Then we play the 1 Apollosa, Skulldread, and Boral Sword for our Link 4s. Yeah, these are all necessary. Like, the commentators brought up playing Saryuja in the deck just for seeing side cards, but you actually just make it no matter what when you combo, because you need to guarantee a way to say Tracer, because then that way your combo lines let you be less open to interruption. And like, yeah, you have to rely on Skulldread, but you've already gone through a lot of your deck. You're still seeing so much of your deck that seeing a Tracer should be pretty easy off of this. And yeah, So you need to make this card every single game. So yeah. And then for synchros, I got the Savage, I got the Chaos Ruler, and the Hot Red. Yeah, your ideal end board ends with these two as well, so yeah, those are necessary. And for the side deck, we got the one Pankratops. I don't think I ever saw it, but you know, it's good. The third Lancey and the third Ash, and then 2 Nib. So Justin was debating about cutting this for Skullmeister. I ended up not doing that because, again, I just didn't respect like some of the other variants of decks that are going to be out there. But I still think, like, relatively speaking, like, this card would have been fine. I never saw it, but I think it's still like a good card to at least have in your side deck. I know a lot of people think that just because of Tri-Brigade, this card isn't as good, but there's still a lot of other decks in the format that this card hits, and I think you still just need to have it. So yeah. Then we got the one Called By, 2 Cosmic, 2 Dark Ruler, 2 Anti-Spell, and 3 Evenly. So the 2 O's of these are just space. There's honestly no other room, otherwise I would have loved to play more. And 2 Anti-Spell, same reason, plus like, realistically speaking, you're digging off the Saryuja, so like, you don't need to overdo it if you're like fixing your hand and everything. And then even if it's played over Lightning Storm, just because it helps play through interruptions a little bit better and kind of stunted boards a lot more and just overall more versatile, which is the reason for playing it like that. So yeah, I don't think I ever actually resolved it, but like, the card is just really good in theory, and it especially helps against like Tri-Brigade and stuff, just like getting rid of so much and then only having to deal with one potential interrupt. And you know, a lot of decks just build a decent amount of trap board this format, so Evenly just helps with that a lot. So so many 2-0s because there wasn't enough room, but we still needed versatility in the side deck. Yeah, it was mainly just for the versatility aspect, because these are all cards that were like pretty necessary and needed, but there's a lot of math that happened. That's all I can say. Justin did a lot of math, and like, it worked out, so I'm not gonna like question him too much, but like, obviously, yeah, I understand, you know, 2-0s being weird, but it was needed. But yeah, that is gonna be it for the deck list. So thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate everyone who was rooting for me, hoping I was gonna do well. I genuinely wish, you know, I was able to pull it through, but you know what? We already qualified for the next qualifiers, so there's always next time. Yeah, keep my head up, hope for the best. Still got my first prize card, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, plus we got the YCS next month, so we'll see what all goes down. But thank you everyone for watching. Make sure, again, check out all the links in the description, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!